Today, we're going to be taking a look at something pretty simple, the Bells of Steel 35-pound slam ball. Now, I've spent some time taking this thing outside, trying to use it in a bunch of different ways. So I wanted to see whether this is something actually worthwhile as a piece of equipment for your small home gym. Now, Bells of Steel did send me this over for review, but as always, everything you're about to hear is my own opinion. So let's get into it. Hey guys, Alan here from Apartment Approved. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a blessed day. One of the things I really enjoy about equipment like this is how easy it is to just grab it and go outside. There's no setup whatsoever, no cables, no bench. You just pick it up and start moving. And that's exactly what I did with this. So I tried everything from goblet squats, thrusters, lunges, overhead presses, rotational movements, a few carries, and of course, what it's made for, slams. I even spent some time doing some side-to-side slams, which actually ended up being one of my favorite ways to use it. And after trying all of that, I came away with a pretty clear opinion. This thing is at its best when you use it for what it's actually designed for. Just slam it, pick it up, bring it over your head, and absolutely drive it into the ground. That movement felt the most natural. You can really get creative with a slam ball, but I don't think creativity is necessarily where this thing shines, because the lack of a traditional handle means you're constantly having to squeeze the ball and control it with your hands. And that actually makes carrying it around surprisingly challenging. Your grip gets tested pretty quickly. It also means technique actually matters a lot. If you don't have a good grip or you're not comfortable with the movement, this thing can wobble around and feel pretty unpredictable. So there's definitely a learning curve here. The nice thing is that there's not really much to this. It's a solid, heavy ball that's designed to take some serious punishment. And that's exactly what you want. You don't need a complicated piece of equipment to get a full body workout from it, is basically what I'm trying to say. Because you just pick it up, you move it, and you just slam it, and then repeat. And because you're generating that movement yourself, rather than being locked into a machine, I found it to be a pretty nice way to get some conditioning work without feeling like I'm actually beating up my joints. Where I think this thing makes the most sense though, is in a dedicated gym space. Because if you have a little corner where you can just leave it sitting there, grab it whenever you want, and have a safe surface to just throw it down on, I think this becomes much more useful. That's probably not something I want to be doing in the middle of my apartment, to be honest. And then there's the price. This is another really inexpensive way to add a completely different type of training to your gym. And for the amount of money you're spending, you can absolutely get a full body workout from this, no question. Would I choose it as my one piece of equipment if I was building a gym on an extremely tight budget? Probably not my first thing. Like, I'd personally rather have a kettlebell, or even better, an adjustable kettlebell. You're going to get more exercise variety and probably more use out of it, which is ultimately important. But that's not really what this is trying to be. And so overall, I'd say the Bells of Steel 35-pound slam ball is a good piece of equipment that performs best when you use it for how it's intended to be used. The overhead slam is where this thing really shines. Side-to-side slams are also a great option as well. And if you want something inexpensive that can give you a surprisingly effective full body workout, this absolutely does the job. Just don't expect it to replace a kettlebell or dumbbells. There's a bit of a technique involved as well, so the grip can be quite challenging, and the lack of a handle means you've got to learn how to control the ball properly. But if you've got the space for it and you want something inexpensive and you're looking for a piece of equipment you can actually work with, I think the 35-pound slam ball from Bells of Steel is actually worth considering. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next Apartment Approved review. Peace.